Well, here we are at the Lisa Moray tournament at Ketchum High School in honor of Lisa Moray, the all-time leading scorer on both boys and girls sides for Ketchum High School, who passed away in 2008, and this is in her memory. A great tournament that has 4 teams playing every year. So we saw Pine Plains and Ketchum, and we saw Pine Plains playing against Arlington. Now it's Arlington playing once again in the championship game for like the 5th year in a row. I think they've won it the last 5 years under Kim Costello, and they're going up against Red Hook. Let's see how this one goes.
Coach Costello. Coach, you don't have to look. Just nod if you think you're going to repeat as tournament champs. Oh, okay, great. Well, in the early goings, it sure looked that way. Annabelle Curcio hits the outside jumper, but Red Hook had an outside shot as well. That's Katie Harrison. We had a tied game at 7 and then tied at 9. That's Harrison on the other side. But Arlington was showing good ball distribution, and Casey Schweitzer was showing her leadership. She had 12 points in the first 8 minutes, and Arlington jumped out on a 9-0 run to end the first quarter with an 18-9 lead. Second quarter, Rachel Moran chips in. And Tiana Johnson had the inside locked up on offense and defense. She finished with 17 rebounds. Arlington led 28-20 at the half. We fast forward to the fourth quarter. The Admirals with a 42-35 lead, but Jess Wilkinson kicked it into high gear and scored 13 of her 29 points in the fourth quarter. Wilkinson was on a tear and closed the gap to make it a 3-point game. And then a 1-point game with this outside shot. And then kicked in her defense and turns almost nothing into a 3-point play. And Red Hook took the lead. But Rebecca Mahan gets her own 3-point play to keep the Red Raiders honest. And when you leave Wilkinson this open, you're asking for trouble. It was 50-48 Red Hook with under a minute to play when Casey Schweitzer hit a huge 3-pointer as I was tweeting out the score. Her 3-pointer gave Arlington a 51-50 lead. And then with seconds left, Red Hook's last chance, Johnson comes up with a huge block to seal the win, and Arlington wins its 6th consecutive Lisa Moray Championship trophy. The Admirals take a nail-biter, 52-50 the final.
Well, this wasn't an easy one, but it was a good one.
Yeah, hats off to Red Hook. Gosh, both games, they came back yesterday and pulled off a nice win, and today they almost did it again. And, you can only give them credit for being, undersized school-wise and coming out here and fighting with the Giants. Just hats off. They actually deserved almost to win this game, so got to give them credit for that one, yeah.
Well, let's talk about that fourth quarter. You had it pretty much in hand, 7-point, 8-point lead, whatever. They start chipping away, and they start shutting you guys down. What was happening on the court that was making that happen?
Yeah, they went to their 1-3-1, which we haven't worked too much against. And I think we panicked a little bit. They're scrappy. We told them, we said, you got to take care of that ball, or else they're going to steal it and then convert on the other end. They're fast. For not being a very tall team, they certainly find their way into the paint and find ways to score. And Jess Wilkinson is just a great player, fun to watch. She almost had close to 30 points today, and we knew, and it's hard, going into a game for her, everyone knows you got to stop her. She's going to go left, you got to stop her, and she still finds a way to do it. It's just fun to watch, but I guess we held on by what we needed to do to get the win.
I just knew that we had a win, and we've been winning this tournament for the past few years, so I really wanted our team to win again this year because it means a lot to win this tournament. And I thought our team worked really well together and looked for me when I was open, and we were looking for each other really well.
Got really interesting towards the end of the game. Let's just talk about what was happening and what happened in the fourth quarter. What adjustments did you make to get this game so close and actually take the lead?
Well, the only adjustment we made is we'll just keep on trying to use whatever defenses we have and see what could possibly work on a given game. So we went to the 1-3-1 half-court trap, and that just happened to give us some success and made some baskets.
All right, well, let's talk about this. 35 points last night, 29 points tonight. I mean, this is, and then you scored a bunch of points last week against Spackenkill. You're just on fire. Do you feel it?
Yeah, I do.
It's really nice because my teammates, they set really good screens for me and they know how to find the open man and they just make it really easy for me to get to the basket.
You guys made a run for it towards the end of the game. You took the lead at one point. That's got to bode well for your team playing against a Class AA school.
Yeah. Going into halftime down 8 points, it was like yesterday against Ketchum, and we knew we made the comeback yesterday, so we knew we had to go out there, play hard D, run in transition, beat them down the court, so that's what we tried to do.
This is a special tournament for you. This is in memory of your aunt. Let's just talk about that and what it means to you.
It means a lot to be able to play here and for the first year make it to the finals, so it was just nice to be able to play in this tournament for her.